This is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing a pick-a-card reading on what this new moon in Virgo has in store for you. First, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of an astrology and energy update on the Virgo new moon. If you want to skip to your pick-a-card reading, that's fine, but it might make more sense in the context of some of these points I'm about to make. So let's get started. What does this new moon in Virgo have in store for you? Well, first of all, you can expect an emotional balance. Doesn't that just sound so nice? Things have been, a little intense. We talked a lot on the channel recently about those eclipses that we had, those retrograde cycles, and get ready because at the end of this month we have another Mercury retrograde. I'll definitely be talking about that in an upcoming video, but honestly, these energies are here to help us. They're here to serve us. They're here to help our growth. And as we head into a new season, this emotional balancing is going to be helping us to recommit to our purpose and our goals. Virgo is one of the most logical and grounded signs out of all the zodiac signs. If you can think of any of your Virgo friends, they're usually the ones that are very level-headed. Sometimes you go to them when you have problems. They have very good solutions. They are very practical people. They're very successful. And really great leaders, very great bosses. I wonder how many of you guys have had Virgo bosses, because they tend to gravitate towards the top. Virgos are also very independent. I don't want to make them sound distant or cold or callous. I have a couple of friends who are Virgos who are just so kind and so empathetic, but they are known to be very emotionally balanced. So expect emotional balance this new moon in Virgo. This energy is going to feel like a breath of fresh air or a fresh start, a new beginning. If you feel like the slate has just been wiped clean, if you're feeling like you are being called to kind of start over at this point in your life in some way, whether that's like literally or just like emotionally, you will feel that energy of the fresh start or the new beginning surrounding you at this time. This is a really great time to invigorate old projects. If you decided to start a business a couple months ago after those eclipses, but then you kind of got caught up over the summer, it's time to get recommitted. In fact, I do feel like after the holidays, a lot of people are wanting to reconnect again with these projects and with these ideas that they were getting, these downloads. So it's okay. I always say, when you're tired, learn how to rest, not quit. That's one of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite artists, Banksy. You got to make sure that you allow yourself that time to rest. So it might be that time is over now. The Virgo energy is very much getting you to kind of snap to it. We had the new moon. The last new moon was in Leo, and then we had a full moon in Aquarius, and now we're in Virgo. And I think it's so funny because that is very much an energy of get up on the stage, get in the spotlight, be a rebel, be independent, take action. Now Virgo is telling you to get organized and recommit yourself to these projects. And with this Mercury retrograde we have towards the end of the month here, it's going to be awesome because Mercury retrograde can be helpful. It's a good time to reconnect or re-envision. Anything with the re in front of it, funny enough, is really great to do during Mercury retrograde. So recommitting yourself, that energy is going to be huge right now. This is a great time for healing and rejuvenation. It could be that for many of you guys, like a cycle of shadow work or a cycle of healing has come to a close. Our whole life, we're going to be healing from stuff. I think there's some things that maybe we'll just never get over, right? There's some things that kind of plague us for a long time, and as much as we wish we could just love and light them and positive think that away and detach, we will sometimes go through cycles of healing and rebirth and renewal, and those times where we're processing some stuff from our past or things that have happened. But now this energy in Virgo is very much pulling us into the here and the now, out of the healing, out of the shadow work. Remember the Leo new moon, the last new moon was like, get out of your shell, get out of hiding. And I'd say that this Virgo new moon is telling you, get to work, get started, make it happen, right? So also with this Virgo new moon, there will be a huge health focus with this new moon. You might find yourself having no taste for junk food like not even being tempted, like wanting to eat healthy, wanting to eat clean, getting back on your vegan diet or vegetarian diet or whatever. Maybe some of you guys are going to be exercising more, or signing up for a gym membership, or starting a new health or fitness program, or maybe bringing some healthy herbs or healthy foods into your diet. So you're going to find yourself a lot more concerned about your health at this time. Maybe some health things could flare up, I'm not sure, but I have a feeling it's going to be more this sense of like having energy and wanting to be active and like wanting to nourish your body and like eating to live versus living to eat. So that's going to be a huge highlight over this new moon in Virgo. So the next thing, I kind of mentioned it earlier, but this new moon in Virgo is really going to call you to reconnect with purpose in your life, whether this is reconnecting with what you believe your purpose to be here on this earth, or reconnecting with a sense of purpose. I think it's really important to have a purpose, to wake up every day, and I think what's so beautiful about life is that you get to decide what this purpose is. Yes, some people believe as if they know their purpose or their calling, and that's beautiful, but if you're one of those people who you feel like you don't know what the purpose is or you haven't found it yet, you can simply choose something that will make you feel happy to get out of bed every day, something exciting. It could be something as simple as, planting a garden and keeping up on its growth and taking care of it, or some type of creative project, or something like that. So create a sense of purpose for yourself at this time, or reconnect with purpose, and I think naturally you're going to have this inner drive that will call you in that direction. And lastly, this new moon in Virgo energy will call you to be open to change and new possibilities. Because it's true that at any time in your life, something random or crazy can happen that can just completely alter the course of your entire life. This is a world of infinite possibilities. Oftentimes we can set intentions and we can manifest things and we can kind of create our reality how we want it to be, but there's also like contrast and opportunities and synchronicities, things that come that can just take you in the direction of something that you forgot was what you wanted, or it was kind of where you're supposed to be. I guess I'm talking a little bit about fate or chance or destiny. So there will be synchronicities or things happening, sudden changes or rapid changes or completely like life-altering changes over the next couple of weeks. This new moon in Virgo, it really does open you up a little bit more to opportunities. So that's kind of an exciting element to this new moon. I personally am loving this energy. I'm so excited to see what happens and to hear from you guys. Those of you guys who are getting coaching from me and personal readings, I love hearing your updates. So if you're interested, let me know by contacting me through my website. I have personal readings up. You guys can find the information down below in the comments or description, the link to my website and how to chat with me if you'd like to. So if you'd like to receive this personal reading and learn some more about what this new moon in Virgo has in store for you in more of a personal way, then I want you right now to take a deep breath and ground yourself and your energy and choose a card. The card that you feel drawn to the most. Number 1, number 2, or number 3. Once you have chosen, head down below to the comments or description where the timestamps are posted, and you can just click on your timestamp and instantly be fast forwarded to your part in the reading. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That really helps me out with YouTube's crazy ass algorithm. And if you're new here, I'd love to have you as a member of the Rainbow Fam, and all you have to do to join is just hit subscribe. Now let's get into your reading. For those of you who choose number 1, this is the spread that we're going to be covering. Go ahead and take a screenshot and pause the video and grab your tarot cards if you want to follow along with me to get a more personalized message. So we're going to start with the first part of the spread, and the question is, what will this new moon bring into your life? So let's go ahead and pull some cards for that. What will this new moon bring into your life? Okay, so this card will sometimes come out when you're getting ready to make a huge leap forward in your life, like a quantum leap. I pulled this card a lot for myself during my spiritual awakening, and when I had like quit my job and I was like trying to figure out what am I going to do with my life? What's the plan? Like so much had changed, like what I wanted had changed, my perspective, my outlook towards life had changed. I had just been through like a huge shadow work period, of course, dark night of the soul. And so the fact that we're just pulling that card for you means that this fall could be marking a new time for you in your awakening journey. Like basically opening up to some new possibilities, just like we talked about in the intro, that Virgo new moon, opening you up to new possibilities, breaking old cycles. I see that. Like it might be that you were stuck in a habit or kind of stuck on a plateau in a while, it felt like in life. And recently, you've just really been taking responsibility, connecting with your passions, but you've been hanging in there. This might represent like what's been going on in the world lately, like the lockdown, stuff like that. Maybe you were in such a good vibe and then all of a sudden these world events happened and it was a little overwhelming. Some things had to be put on hold for a while. But things are moving forward again a little bit. And I feel like this new moon is going to bring you an opportunity to connect with your passion when it comes to your work. Because I see that with your work and with your career, you've been making really good decisions to care for yourself and support yourself, but maybe what you're doing isn't your true passion, or you feel like you want to express yourself in a new way and make some changes in that area, or maybe even just build something on the side to go along with it. So I feel like this fall is going to bring you a new opportunity to do that. So the next part of the spread, how can you find emotional balance this month? How can you find emotional balance this month? Genuine environment. That is so funny. Well, I'll tell you guys. Ever since I started going out more into nature and consciously choosing and putting myself in places and in homes that will connect me deeply with nature, I've been a lot more balanced emotionally. Even right now as I do this reading for you guys, that's my view. And it took me a lot to get here. It didn't happen overnight, but when you make your environment a priority, when you continue to say no to places that don't serve you, you have the opportunity to welcome in places that do serve you. We always talk about like letting go of people and situations that don't serve you anymore, but we always forget about the places thing, because sometimes the environment you put yourself in doesn't work for you. Now look, I love being in the city. I really, really do. I lived in Los Angeles for a while. I used to want to like move to New York, but I realized something about myself, and that was I'm one of those people that just really needs to be in the thick of it. I enjoy it. That's where I feel the most alive. So go where you feel most alive. Maybe for some of you guys, your heart is calling you to the city, to be with the artists, to be with the creatives, or it's calling you to explore a new place. It could even be creating a workspace or a place to dream and relax in your room or in your home. This could even be putting plants around the house or decorating with colors that inspire you or heal you, clearing clutter. So this could also be cutting out places that do not serve you. Like for me, I think that would be the bar and the party scene. In my earlier years, that was like my place, and I don't mind occasionally now, but I know if I continuously surround myself with that environment like every other day, that's not going to bring me good. It's not going to bring me well. It's not going to bring me health. So this is how you can find more emotional balance over the next month, is start looking at your environment. Start choosing, creating in your environment an environment that's going to support you, physically, mentally, emotionally. All right, let's move on to the next part of the spread. This is the most exciting part. We're doing a little bit of a prediction here to see what a new possibility that this new moon in Virgo could bring you. So, new possibility. Okay, so what I'm seeing is a new possibility in love. Maybe some of you guys recently had a heartbreak and had to let somebody go. We were talking about letting go of places that no longer serve you. Maybe you had to let go of a person too. A lot of healing, a lot of clearing. That dark night of the soul is coming up again. So I get this message that, yes, you had to release this connection, and that was hard for you to cut the cords. This is the Ace of Swords. This is like taking action. So we see like that was a big thing, you know? That was a big chapter of your life. There's no small potatoes. So we're seeing like that energy that was around you, and now some time has passed, or time is passing. And I think they're saying allow time to heal this wound in love. Like maybe there will be new love possibilities, but what's more likely to happen around this time of the new moon in Virgo is a growth with your career and finances. And that's totally what all these energies have been about lately. That the Leo energy we had, the Aquarius energy, and now this Virgo energy. It wants to grow your career. It wants to grow your business. It wants to grow your wealth. It wants you to step into authenticity so that you can attract abundance naturally your way. So time to make some decisions here. There's going to be possibilities coming out. And look, the planets have something to do with it too. Maybe the Mercury retrograde that's coming up. Yeah, they're saying fulfillment is coming in. This is financial and career fulfillment. So beautiful. I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who choose number 2, this is the spread that we're going to be covering today. Go ahead and take a screenshot so that you can pull your own cards and follow along with me. And feel free to pause the video to grab your cards. And we're going to get started. So the first part of the spread is, what will this new moon bring into your life? So new moon in Virgo, possibilities, what could it bring into your life? So here's what I'm seeing. I do see that there have been some challenges lately. Like you feel like you've been having to just stick it out in some tough situation. And this is somebody who's like keeping their head down and just like working really, really hard. I feel like you have a big vision of like what you want to create at this time in your life, but you're working on like the little steps it takes to get there. So you have a clear vision, you know what you want, you're walking with purpose, there's good energy behind you, you're very focused, but it's like you're at that grunt work phase of your cycle right now or in your life. It's the hard work. It's like the montage scene in a movie where you're just watching them get all the things ready and like time is passing, but it's also going really slow. Like your guys were just saying this is what you needed to do to reach your destiny or to reach your goal. You knew it had to be done. And to just stick with it. You know, it's frustrating. Sometimes you might be breaking down. You might have to sometimes just rest. Maybe you've lost touch with some friends because of it, because you're just so busy. Which is why you might be surprised that this new moon could bring a new relationship into your life. I don't know if you heard that, but they're telling you to rest, basically. That's what the new moon wants to bring into your life, to clarify, is rest. But I am starting to get kind of a vibe that maybe you could meet somebody. If you're single, maybe you will meet somebody, because this is like divine feminine, divine masculine energy, kind of mixing together. It's a card I usually get when someone's getting in a relationship or meeting somebody or connecting with somebody new. So there could be some possibilities for you for that. But yeah, the new moon wants to bring you rest. You might not be one of those people who's going to be affected by this energy the way everyone else is, because during the intro we're talking about how it's getting you to recommit and get back to work. Like you might not be doing a lot of moves in the 3D. You might just be going back to your vision, if that makes sense. Like you're going to be resting and going back to your vision because you're already in the middle of this process. This might just be time to rest and refocus, get inspired, treat yourself, because you've already, everything that the Virgo moon is trying to get everyone else to do, you've already been doing it, if that makes sense. So if anything, an opportunity to rest and celebrate, enjoy. And then also, I'm getting a message this might have something to do with the weather. I don't know if you have a job that's affected by the weather, but maybe there's like a lot of rain or something, and so you don't work as much. It could also be maybe the situation with what's going on in the world. I don't know, something like that. I mean, hopefully it doesn't come through a bad situation that you're not working as much or that you get to rest. But whatever happens, I get the message it's meant to be. Maybe some of you guys are unemployed or you're in between things, but if that makes sense. So let's move on. How can you welcome emotional balance over this next season? So emotional balance, how can you welcome emotional balance? I'm going to pull some cards from this deck. Ooh, be truthful about what it is that you desire. Sometimes we make decisions in our life and we get energy going in a certain direction because we think that that's what's expected of us. Maybe it's by the world or like the system or the man, or it could be like what our family or the people that know us expect of us, or what we think will impress people or help us blend in. But if you tap into your true desires, you'll find that they're very different than what others or whoever's around would expect of you. You might be crazy in some way, or at least they think that you are, because maybe everybody thinks that you should become a doctor, but what you really want to do is dance and do acrobatics or something like that. Or vice versa. I get this feeling when I see these two cards that you're gonna find the most emotional balance during this season by connecting with yourself. So I would highly recommend journaling for you. I recommend it to you guys a lot on the channel, and I recommend it to some of my coaching clients too, and we do journal prompts and stuff like that. But I kind of fell off the wagon with the journaling for like a while, like months and months and months. And I finally got back into it a couple weeks ago, and it doesn't even matter what you're writing. It's just that you start organizing your thoughts and things start making sense, and you're able to like just go through a natural healing process. Whatever needs to come out will come out. It's just a way for you to express yourself, plan things, get organized, write what you want out on paper. Because a lot of times we love to bounce ideas off of other people, and but still that's going to scatter our energy a little bit. It's great to brainstorm, but you got to pull that energy down into the 3D. That's why I always say write it down, make it happen. That's why I always encourage you guys to get on Pinterest and make a vision board, and then write in the captions below your whole plan and everything, and or you can do your scripting and set the vision board to secret. You might need to just create a space for yourself to brainstorm, to write, to manifest. So your guides are like, be truthful about your desires. If you continue to make choices that are out of alignment, just to impress people or keep up with the Joneses or make certain people happy, or just to not upset anybody, then that will get you out of emotional balance. So this is how they want you to balance this month. Next, we're going to get to the fun part of the spread. I'm so excited. We're going to look and see if there's any new possibilities coming in for you over this new moon in Virgo. So, new possibilities. Okay, so for a while, you've just been the hangman. We talked about that earlier. It's like a in-between things, in transition energy, but this new moon in Virgo is going to bring you to a crossroads. There's a big decision that will need to be made. Let's get some more information. In love. There's a big decision that needs to be made in love. Yeah. And remember, we've just pulled those cards being truthful about your desires. This might not be romance. This could be a crossroads when it comes to what do you truly love to do? What do you truly love to spend your time doing? How do you truly want to, express your passion in this life? Yeah, this is the Magician. Oh my gosh, the new possibility. Maybe lately you felt like you weren't able to make any power moves, or you weren't able to really make things happen or change, or like it's been taking so long. But this new moon in Virgo is going to speed things up for you for sure. Big possibility, big shift. All right, I hope that this message resonates with you. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Peace out. For those of you guys who's number 3, this is the spread that we're going to be going over. Go ahead and take a screenshot of it and pause and grab your tarot cards if you want to follow along with me and do this reading. And we're going to get into it. What will this new moon in Virgo bring into your life? So we're going to start with the first part of the spread. Let's just fill right out. So we're getting reversals. And when I see this many together, it always makes me think about like delays. So you've been experiencing a lot of delays recently. I see that because you were going through some type of grieving process. Like sometimes you're just going through life making things happen. Then all of a sudden, like your dog dies or some other type of contrast happens in your life. And all of a sudden you're going through this grieving process. Maybe it's a breakup or the loss of a family member or something. So this can really knock you down for a while. It's so awful sometimes when things like that happen, but there is a natural rejuvenation and healing that comes from things like that. And I see you at this point starting to come out on the other side of that. And you're pulling up your self-respect and your confidence to like go back out in the world. You've been through a lot now, but you're ready to create something new. Like we're not always in our life meant to like go, work, make things happen. I think that modern society really puts that on us, I think it's so crazy in America, especially where you only have like 2 weeks vacation for like a whole year sometimes, some sick days a little bit, weekends if you're lucky, and then that's kind of it, And even in other places, countries as I've traveled to, I've realized like even when there's more vacation, there's still like this hustle culture. And it's just gone crazy. And sometimes in life you need to slow down. Sometimes you need a break from the rat race and all that stuff, or to take yourself out of it. And I feel like that's basically what happened to you. Something happened. It kind of kicked you off the hamster wheel, and you've been standing back from afar. A lot has changed. You thought that this thing wasn't going to get you down as long or the way that it did. And here you are now, you're actually starting kind of feeling better. This could have been a long episode of depression or a long episode of like I said, being kicked off the wheel in some way, grieving, mourning, healing. But now you're like, I'm not going to get back on the wheel. I'm going to go do this other thing. I'm going to create my own path. And so, yeah, we're very metaphoric today, but I hope that resonates with you. I just get this sense that you're getting ready to embrace life in a new way, to start forward again, on a new path, in a new way. Yeah. Okay, so how can you find emotional balance over this next month? That's something that this new moon in Virgo wants to bring to us, so how can you help assist that? Okay, so there's something you've been wondering about. This is different for everybody here. And it could be some opportunity. It could be something in love. It could be some type of movement you want to make forward, a decision. And your guides are saying you already know the answer. Like the reason you keep getting this on your heart and on your mind is because it's a yes. But in order for this to manifest, you need to detach from it. Stop trying to control the when and the how. And, your guides are saying that you're approaching this opportunity. It's going to be really valuable to you. But they're like, for your own emotional, balance right now, you can't be sitting there just counting down until when it comes. You have to live your life still and just let things flow. And so, that they're saying that's going to help you find emotional balance. You have to let me know in the comments if that resonates. So the last part of the spread is a new possibility. So a new possibility for you with this new moon in Virgo. See if there are any potential possibilities for you. I think as this season is shifting, there are a lot of people who are cutting cords. You might be one of those people, because there's something that's coming out. King of Hearts reversed. This is usually like a person who is like your lover or your partner or a crush or an admirer, or someone who's pursuing you, or someone you have your heart energy kind of locked on. And I see here that something's been reversed. So there's been a healing over like what happened in the past in love in general, or there's been a release of some type of connection, but it's like a good thing. And there's like this amazing abundance around you right now. So much abundance coming in. I think they're saying like you have so much to welcome into your life at this point. You just had to cut off the dead weight. This could also be a situation that you didn't truly love, because if this doesn't represent a person and you're like, that doesn't resonate, there's also like the idea that there was something that you had put like your whole heart, soul, mind into, but it just wasn't bringing anything back. It's like it wasn't working for you. Maybe it wasn't a good use of your energy, or the situation changed, so you released that. But now that's creating a space for you to receive more, because this was just like an old dead energy. It's like in the fall, when the trees release their dead weight, they release their leaves to get ready to lie dormant in the winter and recharge and renew, and then to blossom and bloom again in the spring. So we're just like the trees. We have to release things sometimes. And I see that that's what this was over here. And I see that this new moon is bringing abundance now, is bringing you opportunities. We also see, this is like the Four of Swords, which usually has to do with relaxation, meditation, getting your mind in focus. So I see this as a positive message that you have a focused mind, a sharp mind at this time. And here's the Nine of Hearts. I see fulfillment. For a while, it's almost like you've been building castles in the clouds, and you're wondering, like, are any of these seeds I planted, is any of this actually going to grow? And you're going to start seeing evidence of that really soon. So many possibilities for you with this new moon in Virgo. Thank you so much for coming to my channel. I hope that this resonates with you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will see you next time. Peace out.